Yeah, well, we've been having a number of discussions, as you know, about power development and how not only is it a big contributor to sports performance, but it's actually a large contributor to a lot of the more general activities that are related to day-to-day tasks. And
Absolutely.
particularly as you age, like I know it's an area that you have a lot of knowledge in. Um, Maintaining particularly the velocity component is really important for, say, dynamic balance activity. Um, and
And it falls prevalence. I mean,
exactly, yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, like false prevalence is heavily associated with how much power someone maintains as they get older and their ability to balance in those dynamic kind of tasks. So
yeah,
it is important, and we sort of probably sweep it under the rug because not oh well, and we probably don't sweep it on the rug, but strength always seems to become the thing that we tend to utilize, and I think that's because it's probably easier to measure.
mm,
Whereas power requires probably a little bit more input, but they're starting to be a lot more ways to quantify it and a lot more technology that's easily accessible to be able to do that.
yeah, absolutely. And also, too, we can at least appreciate and assess some of the qualitative aspects of power of just actually getting people to move quickly. Because I actually think you highlight another important thing there. We probably should talk about this more in this podcast, but power and its relationship to balance. Because I
Mm.
feel like there
Well, do
is,
you want to like tell us what your sort of understanding of those things are, Joe?
well, when I think of balance, whether we're thinking, well, let's start with a general population perspective, and we think about balance and falls prevention. A lot of balance work is really done in more of a static nature.
Mm.
Yet balance really is about your ability to not only maintain your center of mass within your base of support,
Mm.
but how effectively you can correct that when you do see a disruption from an external perturbation.
Yeah.
And that's typically not related to how much force you can produce, but how quickly you can produce it. I mean, it's a classic example, and you see this in terms of how particularly elderly people, but the reality is you see it in a lot of, say, middle-aged or even younger
Yeah.
people who have a healthy functioning. Very most people neuromuscular system will be able to make a rapid response to make sure they correct